What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Super Bowl sleeper picks.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to give you some of my top DFS sleeper picks,
Super low priced and low ownership players that could crush value this week and give your lineup an advantage over the field. These are risky plays, meant for large tournaments only. Don't go all in on any of these guys. They are high risk, high reward picks. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made.
Okay guys, let's take a look at the quarterback position. So no sleeper picks at the quarterback position, but Tom Brady is only going to be about 49% owned compared to Patrick Mahomes, who's going to be about 65% owned. So Tom Brady from the Tampa Bay Bucks, he has the better matchup on paper because the Kansas City Chiefs give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. And Tom Brady has averaged 23.3 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 20, 22, and 26 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He's projected at 22.8 fantasy points here tonight, and he's 10,000 DraftKings salary. Now, Vegas thinks that the Tampa Bay Bucks are going to be trailing in this game, so it could turn into a passing game script. So I like Tom Brady here versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. My sleeper pick at the running back position is Ronald Jones from the Tampa Bay Bucks playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Ronald Jones has averaged 14.3 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 13.7 rush attempts per game and 3 pass targets per game. Now, he's fallen out of favor towards the end of the season and into the playoffs to Leonard Fournette, but he did get 10 and 13 rush attempts in the last 2 games, and he's projected at 12.5 fantasy points here in the Super Bowl, and he's only 2,200 DraftKings salary. He's going to be about 16% owned, but I think he makes an interesting play at low ownership for a single game slate and super low DraftKings salary and a great matchup. So I like Ronald Jones here versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. Not really much for sleeper picks here at the wide receiver position, and that's mostly because Antonio Brown, he's going to be playing, and Sammy Watkins, he's going to be playing. So both of those guys were dealing with some injuries, but they've been practicing, and they're going to be good to go here in the Super Bowl. So that's going to take away some pass targets to guys like Mecole Hardman and Scotty Miller. So if you're looking for a sleeper pick at the wide receiver position, I like Byron Pringle from the Kansas City Chiefs. Now just take a look at his last 3 games. Keep in mind that Sammy Watkins was out, so he might have been sucking up a few of those pass targets, but he got 5, 3, and 6 pass targets in the last 3 games, scoring 5, 3, and 15 fantasy points. He's only going to be about 7% owned, and he's only 1,800 DraftKings salary. Now, this is a super high risk, high reward play here. I would much rather go with Ronald Jones for only $2,200. But if you want to make your lineup super different, you want to make your lineup unique and hope that Byron Pringle gets a few pass targets and finds his way into the end zone and finds himself in the winning lineup, take a look at Byron Pringle here versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. This is probably my favorite sleeper pick. I like Rob Gronkowski from the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, it's interesting because Cameron Brate did not practice on Friday heading into this Super Bowl Sunday. So Rob Gronkowski is probably going to get a few extra pass targets here. And he's averaging 9.5 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 4.8 pass targets per game. Now, he's only projected to be about 13% owned right now, but my guess is that if Cameron Brate is ruled out, you're going to see Rob Gronkowski ownership jump up a little bit. He's projected at 9 fantasy points here in the Super Bowl, and he's only $3,000 DraftKings salary. So with the Tampa Bay Bucks expected to be trailing in this game, he could get a few extra pass targets, especially if Cameron Brate is out or injured or limited, and he's got a great matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends, so I like Rob Gronkowski here versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.